full screen. Bang.
Good stuff.
What's up, everybody? Nate Albaugh here, head football coach, Judah Christian at Champaign, Illinois, alongside
Tim Turner, head football coach at the Champaign High School.
Oh, right there. We got to click that. Chief Pigskin is live.
Gotcha.
All right, so we're live again. Of course, we would love to see or hear some comments.
Absolutely.
That's why we're going live again, trying to just build some interaction. So let us know where you're from, or let us know who you are, or what you coach, or when you disagree or agree with us. All right, I'm going to keep saying that.
We forgot an introduction. Our man, David Freeze.
Oh, David Freeze.
Right,
oh,
he didn't
look,
get his proper introduction.
Man, my camera's frozen again. Hold on a second. I got to go fix this. Anytime you see the camera freeze, we will be back in action in about 20 seconds. I don't know why it does this.
Got to work through some bugs.
Some days the camera works perfectly. Hello. See?
How you doing,
okay,
guys?
We're coming back. Some days the camera glitches on us like this. All right. Okay. Full screen. All right. Now we're back. But yes, David Freeze. Not to be disappointed. Coach Craig he doesn't approve of David Freeze.
It's funny. My brothers are Cubs fans too, and they caught a couple of clips of the show, and they were like, "You're sitting up there with David
Freeze." Not just any David Freeze. 2011 World Series David Freeze. That's a special version. All right, let's talk football, man. Hey, this live video. We're going live. We're going to try to go live 12 days in a row. Kind of a playoff our 12 days of Christmas.
Love it.
What we're doing is we're counting down to the launch of the 2019 online clinic, man.
Begins when?
December 24th. Christmas Eve, known as, right? And we got 12 days. Here's our spin on it. The 12 plays of Christmas.
Gotcha. Yep.
The 12 plays of Christmas. That's what we're going to do. So here we are on Twitter Live. Hit reply. Link up your own feeds of this play that we're about to do. Or give us your own comments. What do you like about this play? Don't like? Has it been good to you? You know, some of you that love it. We promise we won't just live in the wing tee world for 12 plays.
No, we won't. Well, maybe 8 plays?
Okay, 11.
Wait, there's some other world. I didn't know that there was some other world.
All right, so, hey, I see someone's viewing. Hey, chime in. Let us know where you're from. This is the 12 plays of Christmas. And on the first... Oh, there goes my camera again, man. All right. Now, I'm going to try this one more time. If this doesn't work on this time to fix this camera, then we may have to cut off live here and come back in a moment. But let's just fix this. We go switch over to my other camera briefly. Like I said, it takes about 20 seconds. There it is. Okay.
Appreciate you guys hanging with us for a little while we get this figured out.
All the technical difficulties of live. I didn't have to deal with this when we weren't live. All right, and we're back to our good camera. Again, I don't know why it does this. Video format. I wish I knew more. I'll play with it more over Christmas break here, and we'll get it figured out. But let's go back. 12 plays of Christmas. Play number 1. On the first play of Christmas, the good Lord gave to me
belly.
It's got to be belly. The 12 plays of Christmas. Play number 1 is
it's
belly.
Gotta be belly.
Coming from, listen, G Scheme, right? The old Wing T Down series.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, it goes by those names. Or as Coach Carter, who we used to coach with, called it Bing Bang Boom.
Bing Bang Boom.
Or maybe a Bing Bang Bop. Bop Bop Bang.
Yeah.
Something like that, Coach Carter. But belly. Belly has been the staple of our offense, and we run similar offenses for 6 years now.
Yeah. And it's been good to us.
Obviously, that's why it's a staple.
So I think we were going to maybe show it a little bit. There was one game where we ran belly to one kid maybe 27, 28 times, something like that.
27 times.
27 times.
That was when it changed our program, really. Now, belly didn't change our program, but our program changed the night we ran belly. Did we just go with this view?
I think so.
If it keeps freezing?
I think we may have to.
All right, let me try one more time. If it freezes again, we'll just go with that view and live with it. Okay? All right. Okay.
All right, hang on, Coach. We got a guy checking in. It looks like Larry Villanueva from Nepal, California. He says squeeze it in the clinic before their coaches meeting. We appreciate you joining us.
Did you say Nepal? It says Napa.
Oh, well, yeah.
This dude, you need to get out.
No, hold on. Here's the thing.
Napa.
You know that I'm going to chop something up every day. That's just part of the thing, so you might as well get used to it.
I'm going to say Nepal and Napa, those are clearly two very different places.
Napa, California. I'm sorry, Coach.
Larry, man, thanks for joining us. We're talking belly. Do you run belly? Of course, we love belly. We're going to go right into film. This way, in case our camera freezes up, let's get right to it. This is film from 2013. First year, we bring in the Wing T to our new program, a program that had been struggling, a program that went 0-9 the year before.
Yep. Kind of a hodgepodge of offenses.
Yep. And now we're running belly to this to our main man. Now, back in the day, we called it Bob. Okay? I don't know why we called it, but here's why you run belly to a stud. Look at him. Look at him just running people over. Goodness gracious. Boom!
Oh, baby.
Toby Rivera. 5 guys hanging on him. And there's the bing, bang, boom. Right? Down, down, kick.
Bing, bang.
Down, down, kick. Now, we didn't run it. You can see there, that's coming off belly option. Okay, it looks like the belly option fake. But we ran belly most. Here it is in the game. Okay, so we were 0-9 the year before. And now we go into this game against a team that had kind of been conference champs.
Yeah.
Or they were the team to beat in this conference for a few years previous.
That team had a pro on there.
That's right.
Yeah, Trent Sherfield played on that team.
He was the quarterback of that team.
He was the quarterback. Yeah, and he's now playing for the Arizona Cardinals, I believe.
Man, Villanueva says, we love belly from our multiple I formation pistol offense. It is a son of a gun.
Yes, it is.
It's a son of a gun. And here's the night where we ran it to Toby Rivera. Here he is right here. We ran belly, or bink, bank, boom, as you may say, 27 times. He rushed for 307 yards against Danville, who, again, was the conference power at the time.
Yeah.
And we just kept feeding them. Here we are unbalanced. This is tackle over. There's our ex-receiver who we brought down tight, and we're in a wing, and we just kept feeding him the rock. So here we freeze it once. Now we go with belly, and in this one, I think we called this one belly seal,
Yep.
where we had run it so many times that now this guy here was beginning to crash down hard. So we said, all right, you're going to crash. We're going to take our wing and seal it and hit belly one gap wider.
One gap a little bit wider.
Okay, again, this is at a point in the season where we weren't good yet, but we were turning a corner and we could see it. And there's belly hitting one gap wider and Toby Rivera to the house. This moment, in fact, to me, is pivotal in our program.
Absolutely. When we saw this kid, if you can see over there, look at the coaches, look at everybody on that sideline. Things had just changed. Nate obviously wasn't here during that time when we were 0-9, but when we were at our worst, there was not that kind of excitement. And so to have this kid break out and have a breakout day against Danville of all teams, it was huge for our program.
Yeah, I just remember this moment so well. And what else I love about this game, so we had 0 negative plays, and it kind of feeds back into our own personal philosophies, which are try not to kill yourself in the game, right? And we just stayed simple and kept banging.
Right. What's that? Shoot yourself less than you shoot them.
Yeah. And if you'll do that, you might find a way to win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got another coach watching. Feel free to check in. In fact, we encourage you to check in like Larry did, and we want to hear from you. Do you run belly? Because belly is the first play of Christmas. All right, so this game was huge. Let's go to 2015. So now, if we scroll up here in the Champaign Central Archives, that'd be 15-16, right?
Should be.
All right, so 15-16, this is the year we make the state semifinals, but in the quarterfinals, we drew Washington, okay? Now, Washington, and we were told, darn camera froze again. Let me go fix that real fast. We were told that Washington's defense was ranked they were ranked number 1 in the state at the time.
Yeah.
And Washington's defense was stout. I think they were giving up less than 14 points a game.
I think it was right at 12. I was just thinking about that.
And, of course, we had received quite a few going into our program, kind of being told a lot that it is working, but. That's why we kind of hear. We kind of heard that a lot. Your offense is working, but.
Right. Well, I think what folks were saying was, what happens when you have to play a good team?
Yeah.
Right? And what most folks didn't understand is that the Big 12 conference, we were playing good teams every single week. Right, and so that's what the knock was. We'll see what happens when you go against a real team, and that's what the haters were saying.
Yeah. Now the thing about Belly is that you look at Belly and it's so simple, just down pull, right at the point of attack. But the amount of mileage that you got this year out of it,
crazy mileage.
The mileage that we've gotten out of in our program out of it, I'm just amazed at how effective it is being so simple. So I do think you need to couple it with a horizontal stretch.
Sure. Yeah.
And in our programs, we both couple it with rocket.
Yep.
So we'll go rocket, follow rocket with belly, and it's just hard to not chase or lean towards that rocket fake.
Right. Say, but I think that's part of the key, though. You have to get rocket going, right? You've got to get that horizontal stretch going, or otherwise belly kind of it gets real tight, and you know, sometimes you're not able to find that room. But if you can get,
you have to have the compliments to it.
If you can get rocket going that way, if you can get them stretching out, then hit that thing inside, it definitely you can get some mileage out of it.
Well, what else wows me about this game? So here we are, quarterfinals at Washington, number 1 team in the state at the time. They didn't end up winning, of course. Well, we knocked them off, and then we got knocked off in the semifinals. But they were legit, a very good defense, and I was amazed in this game at how simple our offense was able to be. I think it was this game above any other that really showed me you don't have to have a ton to beat a great team. Because for us, and this isn't, I don't want to just keep pounding the wing T that that's some answer. Like Larry says, they run their belly from their I formation, from their pistol.
Right. Yeah.
What I saw in this game was that offense truly could be very, very simple. Yeah. In this game for us, we ran trap, belly, sweep, and rocket. And then we had 1 or 2 key play action passes. Right. I mean, it was that simple the entire game. And I've been amazed, and I've seen that carry over. It's almost like the better defense we play, the less we use.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because as I was going through this year and deciding, exactly what we were going to do offensively, that was one of the reasons I held on to the wing T, because I understood we could use a few amount of plays, and I'm saying it's wing T, but it obviously other offenses can do things the same, but we only had a few plays, and running those few plays, if you complement them correctly, it could really be effective, and I was surprised with the amount of times that we could run belly and then come back and run belly and then come back and run belly. There were times where this season we put together some 15 play drives, and in those drives, bellies 8, 9 of those plays. So you can definitely get some yardage out of it.
You're just putting that thing on repeat.
Indeed. Let's go.
All right, coaches, I'm really sorry for our camera problems here, but hopefully it's not too distracting for you those 20 seconds at a time when I got to fix it. We'll keep with it. But let me show you belly here against Washington. So if I come down here and let's filter here, right? Filter clips, offensive play, in list. Let's find belly. Where is it? Why is it not on there? Oh, because it's the end zone view and I don't have it labeled. Goodness gracious. All right, then let's go ODK. I probably don't even have ODK labeled.
Not on the end zone view, but on the should be on the sideline view though.
All right, then we got to go sideline view. Tisk. All right, now this is labeled. Now let's go filter clips. Offensive play.
Looks like we have a couple of new guys joining us, guys. If you'd like to check in, let us know who you are. Let us know where you're from. We're talking belly today on the 12th day of Christmas. The football gods gave to us belly.
Today's first play of Christmas. On the first play of Christmas, we got belly. So here we are. So here you can see here we're getting it going. We loved running belly off of rocket fakes. Now, we only ran rocket, I want to say 4 or 5 times in this game. Now, we had a stud fullback. But sure enough, bing, bang, boom, down, kick. You know what else I like about this belly? Is that, this is Alan Simpson. We go tackle over, and this tackle weighs 175?
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing a legitimate large school defense. This isn't like a small school football. We're playing legitimate large schools and against real big defensive ends. This kid's good size. And Allen just takes care of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because the angles, and you know, we talk a lot of wing T football, but I know for me, the reason it's what I feel is the best is because of the angles that you can create out of this thing. So
and they catch this guy. We catch them in a blitz. They didn't blitz much, but sure enough, here comes this linebacker. You see him creeping? This linebacker starts creeping, and as he creeps, sure enough, Allen picks him up.
Yeah.
When he picks him up, now they don't have anyone left to scrape. And when you got no one left to scrape, we've taken 1-2 players out with the horizontal stretch. You don't have anyone left to tackle our best football player.
right.
Right? I mean, just a beautiful little belly play. And again, hey, Belly's not going to hit every play for 50 yards. But this is a big-time moment in this game. We were up 7-0 at the time. I think this makes it 14-0.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I think that one made it 21-0. Look, here's another belly later. Bang. This one for a 60-70.
64 yards.
This is a defense that didn't allow very many 60-yard plays. Down, pull. Look at that. He runs into his own guy, changes direction, go. You got to see this one from the end zone. Let's watch it. This is play what?
80.
Around play 80. I watched this one from the end zone not too long ago. Worth seeing. So let's see this one from the end zone. You know, a lot of people won't quite play their splits, aren't comfortable with wide splits. I've always been a big fan of wide splits, and haven't had all that much trouble cutting off penetration out of our wide splits. This is very finicky, not as easy to navigate through as my Mac, but
So in terms of, you know, splits, the way we played it is if we, you know, what I told the kids, if we want to go inside, if we're running belly, if we're running, you know, one of our inside plays, then I need our splits to be wider. I need our guys to have some space to get in there. If we wanted to run, if we were going to run rocket or something like that, we tighten up those splits so that the defense tightened up with us. So, you know, that's kind of the way we did with the splits.
Hey, we got a guy. Shout him out, Coach.
We got P.J. Ackerson, Coach Ackerson, Marion Central High School in PA. Welcome, Coach. We appreciate you joining us. If I chopped up your name,
which he probably did.
I probably did, and if that's the case, you are now a part of the family. So welcome.
Hey, he said Larry was from Nepal. All right, look at this belly. Okay, here we are, end zone view. So we go little tight end trade.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can get to trades and stuff late in the season, right? This is the quarterfinals of playoffs. But look at that. Look at those splits. Yeah. Now this ain't even the same belly. Oh, this is the other belly I wanted to show from the end zone view. Down. Look at our linebacker. Look at that. Look at that tight end. Good little pickup on this linebacker. Tight end gets down to linebacker.
It's that bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom.
That's a great piece of running by that running back, too.
I mean, he's good. Here's one little wrinkle for our belly. Maybe you guys like wrinkles, different wrinkles off your belly. We showed you in the last clip, if we catch this guy here squeezing a lot, we'll seal him with our wing.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we didn't do, at least back in my day, maybe you've started to, we didn't like taking this wing down to linebacker. And the reason we wouldn't take this wing down to linebacker is we felt like it was just taking too many guys to the point of attack, and we actually liked finding a way to influence with him. We'd rather expand a little bit to help influence these guys from the outside. We'll take our chances with what we have left down inside. And sure enough, you know, more often than not,
you got a shot. Yeah, that's the same way we did it this year. We wanted that all of our wings to make it look like it was rocket. Right? So like you know, our wings going, and he's blocking normally on rocket, and so that's the way we've done it.
I like that. And guys over pursue, man. Okay, so to finish things off, again, those of you that have joined us and checked in, a huge shout out to the guys that have checked in.
Appreciate you, Larry and PJ.
Yeah, we love getting the conversation going. Check in. We're going to go to our last bit of film, talking about our first play of Christmas, which is
Belly.
Belly, got to be the first. Now we're going to turn it over to Coach T here. Pull up some of your belly, maybe a belly or two from your season this year. Now, while you're pulling that up, go ahead and ask me why I didn't run belly this year.
Why didn't you run belly this year, Coach?
Well, let me tell you why I didn't run belly this year. Because I got the curse of 8-man football. Now, there's a ton I like about 8-man football.
Sure.
What I don't like about 8-man football is it stole my offense from me.
Right.
I mean, straight stole it from me.
So how are you adapting it?
Okay. Well, I'm not sure we did a great job adapting it this year.
Right.
We kind of did grab bag offense, and again, Coach T's just pulling up some of his plays from this year. We're gonna look at one or two bellies from his team this year. I wasn't with Coach T this year. I was coaching my own team over on the other side of town. We were coaching 8-man football, and we ran some I formation, simple option stuff, and some spread stuff, really heavy on our screen game, and some just inside zone concepts.
Sure.
We weren't going combo zone. We were going just gap zone. But I really badly missed simple things like belly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, especially when you get down close to the goal line.
I mean,
that's my go-to.
Yeah.
For years, it had been my go-to.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to fix our camera here. Our camera just went out. Sorry about that, guys. We're almost ready to. Coach T has pulled up his footage. I'm going to fix my camera. This takes about 10 to 15 seconds. But I didn't have belly on the goal line. And that's, I think, where I felt it the most.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the field, I didn't kill me not to have it. But down on the goal line, not having belly, not a big fan.
Not a big fan.
I really wanted it.
Yeah, I tell you, whenever we got inside the goal line this season, my guys knew that's what we were running. We were running belly, or we run a little wedge as well, but it was going to be belly or wedge, and there was not gonna be a time when that wasn't the case.
All right, so we got this one belly from Coach.
So just
let me full screen it. You walk us through it.
Just set it up a little bit. This is out of our unbalanced set here. Again, we're down on the goal line. Coach was just talking about that. I love it from the goal line. We're unbalanced here, and this team does not shift. They kind of stay in their base front. And so when you look here, just to start with, we're going belly right here. And the bubble that's created,
just a natural bubble.
You have to go there. And then, with the way we're blocking it, with this tackle over look, we're going bing, bang, and he's our boom. Okay, bing, bang, boom with those guys. And just looking at that bubble and the way that there's nobody there, that to me told my quarterback, anytime we see that look, we can run belly.
Yeah.
And he had a green light to run.
Just check to it?
Yeah, he could either check to belly or wedge. Anytime he sees some wedge was a little bit of a different story. But here, he sees this. We run that unbalanced. A team doesn't shift on us. He notices it. Let's run belly.
Yeah.
Let's run belly because
3 yards.
because that's most of the time where that natural bubble is going to be. But we still running with the rocket fake here, hoping to pull those linebackers out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the bing, bang, boom. And
yeah.
I mean, he walks in just simply because of these angles.
Yeah. Now, I see you do take your wing back down this time. Is that a goal line adjustment?
No, I think that
or
was
that just
I think that was a
giving
kid.
him the freedom.
Well, that kid, that's the wing there. This number 10, Connor Milton. Connor's a heck of an athlete. He's a Division I signed baseball player. So not that I allow him to freelance, but I did allow him to see the game.
He's a very heady player.
Right, I did allow him to see the game, and so it wasn't a situation where he was going to get jumped for not sealing there. If he could tell me why he did this different, and I think what he thought here was he was thinking that this guy was going to kind of crash in and end up that our power tackle would be the one that takes him, and he would have been the kick out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Connor's getting up to that second level there.
It works out, but you just walk in. Now this block right here, let me point something out on your film here, Coach. This block right here is key, and I've had many a year, as much as we've run belly, we've had many a year where we have struggled right here with this kick out block.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like no matter how much we emphasize gain ground, it's not flat.
Mm-hmm.
You can't lose ground. It's not flat. You must gain ground back. We still
Didn't do it.
struggled with it.
Yeah.
And that's the block that I fight. Now, from last year's online clinic, Paul Pitts, option, was it belly or option out of the eye? It's on the online clinic. He talks about this block and actually has a killer footwork that I thought, for me, was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You got to use it. So if you haven't watched Pitts,
I'm going to have to check it out.
you got 10 days left. I mean, it's only up for 12 more days on the online clinic. Speaking of which, 12 more days on the online clinic to watch both seasons. You get all of 2018 for 12 more days.
That's just a steal.
I mean, just sign up for a month, $10, and then you can unsign up, and you're gonna watch everything.
Right. It's a steal.
All right, but anyway, Paul Pitts, look it up on the online clinic. It's Paul Pitts, and it's option out of the eye.
Right.
He works on that exact problem, not losing ground on that belly step. Okay, so if you're a belly guy, or you like belly, or you just like watching football, when that time comes to coach belly, because sometimes you might be a one type of guy. But next thing you know, there's another belly thing.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, you end up using belly 5 years later.
Right. And realize how good it is.
An experienced coach draws back on knowledge from whatever time when he did learn about it. All right, so while I fix this camera, why don't you read Coach's question there?
Coach PJ said, do you guys have calls on the line for linemen to block different? I'm going to throw that over to you.
Okay.
Well, I'll start with the way
I'm just going to go with this
past
camera
season.
angle now. Sorry, guys. We're going with this camera because this one won't freeze on us.
So, Coach's question is, do you guys have calls on the line for linemen to block different? I did not this past season.
For belly.
Yeah, for belly. That's the way we blocked it. Now, there were a few plays that my power tackle and my wing were able to talk to one another and change the block. But belly, it was bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang, boom.
I love that.
Now we just got a call. Bing, bang, boom.
From
all right, so for us, we have had some calls, but very few. The main call is that the center must tell this tackle, first of all, your first tackle. So let's say we're not unbalanced. Let's say it's tackle tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Your tackle must assume that he must block down to anything inside of him. Mm-hmm. And I mean all the way down to center. So I don't care if this guy is lined up in a shade of the center. My tackle is assuming I'm going there. So it is my center's responsibility to tell him if he believes he can scoop him.
Okay.
So he'll tell him, me. Okay? Now my tackle knows I'm going to trust my center. Now I'm going to move on. Now, here's the deal, though. We tell him to expect to move on, but still run through that angle in order to move on. Because realistically, who you want to take is through that guy anyway, and it's the backside backer.
Right.
So run through that man. Let's say this guy lines up in a shade, tries arcing this way or looping in for some reason. Great. We're still fine. We're going to run right into him anyway. But it still helped to know I got him. Me. I'll scoop him. You move on.
Yeah.
Allowed him to climb quicker when he saw something.
Okay. Yeah.
The last thing was when we would want to use. Now, we had to have a good wing to use this. But when we wanted to use that seal call, okay? If we got this guy and we catch him crashing down, then we wanted to be able to make a seal call where we would just down block him, okay? But the thing is, I'm getting a lot of lines in there, but our wing would have to tell our guard that he's sealing. The reason he has to tell the guard that he's sealing is because, again, remember that guard's footwork, he's trying to climb. Now he knows, hey, my kick out is going to be one man further out. Okay. Sure. Now again, these calls we're going back to 2015 because that was the last time we had an experienced enough crew to be able to make more of those adjustments. But great question, PJ. Appreciate you having some conversation with us.
It always makes the day go by better, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, guys. If anytime we're on here live, the purpose of it is to create some conversation.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit of football. Yeah.
Because we don't know enough to teach you.
Yeah. That's it. We are not claiming to be offensive gurus or gurus of any kind. We're claiming to be a couple of guys or three guys.
We are junkies, though.
Yes, that love talking football.
That's all we claim. We claim junkies. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This was the first play of Christmas, which is Bing Bang Boom.
Bing Bang Boom.
A.K.A.
Belly.
Awesome.
I love it.
Hey, respond on Twitter with your own belly clips or your own thoughts on belly or anything you liked about this or didn't like. Rip on Coach T all you want.
Please do. I don't know. I got broad shoulders.
Hey, tomorrow's second play of Christmas.
Second play of Christmas. You got a teaser? What's it going to be?
We'll see. Come back tomorrow.
Okay, no tease. All right. Come back and join us tomorrow. We appreciate you guys.